What's up, everyone? Welcome and welcome back to Garifuna Wealth, where we talk about business, finance, and personal development. Today, we have an incredible guest with us, a very well-known beautician. He has maneuvered in the digital space, and in a very competitive market, he has done such a good job. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Jesse, welcome so much to the show.
Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure having you.
It's a pleasure as well.
Before we start, tell us more about yourself. Who's Jesse? What do you do?
Jesse is just a hardworking guy, businessman, business-oriented. I would say that, yeah.
Now, what do you do? What does Jesse do?
Normally, Jesse deal with micro-pigment, beauty, based on nails, mani-pedi, micro-shading, in general.
So maybe someone had that micro-pigment, there's a lot of micro. Could you explain a bit on what that is?
Micro-pigment is a permanent makeup. You see, people used to draw eyebrows with a normal pencil. You do it, you spend 2 hours in a mirror, a day.
Yeah.
But now we have what you call permanent brows that last 3 to 5 years, where you will draw your brows like the way you drew that, but they will last 3 to 5 years. Hata ukipanguza, haiendi mahali.
Okay.
It's almost similar to a tattoo.
It's not a tattoo.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what led you to your passion? What led you to the beauty micro space?
Money, I would say that.
Money.
Because to me, I sat down and, you see, when I was done with the high school, I sat down with my parents. They told me, hey, what do you want to do? I used to love drawing,
Yeah.
Drawing is art. Beauty is art.
Yeah.
So I sat down and I said, no, I feel like I don't need to join directly campus. I said I want to join beauty industry. So I joined because I've been having a dream of owning a business, having a business, making money.
Okay.
And I wanted to be a doctor actually before, and I said no, I don't think it's something that I can follow. So I had to choose beauty. Beauty is something that gives you a connection with different people, give you an idea of how you can grow in business. So I felt like I wanted to be in that life here.
So it wasn't a specific interest in the beauty, or that passion for art is what basically led you to that point, or just the money?
Well, you see, I always tell people this, na dunia sahi and the world ya kitambo, it were different. Kitambo ungekuwa na degree, many companies will be calling you, we are looking for you. But these days you have a degree and you have to look for the people to work for. So it's far different. So to me as a businessman, somebody who wanted to have money, to own business, I sat down and thought of it and I said, no, I don't need to call my parents, you have to pay for me rent, you have to pay for me a fee, income. No, I said, no, let me just go to beauty. Maybe I can be able to pay myself if I want, but after achieving what I want.
That's actually really smart, because you chose to invest in your skills before going to school and studying.
Definitely.
Oh, that's really smart. So enlighten us. Did you go to school to get the skills, or you taught it yourself? How did you know how to microblade? In
2018, I started in the state of Nairobi, down there on Koja. That is where I started. I used to watch how the guys are doing things. I started practicing, normally what they're doing, but I wasn't perfect. So I met a guy, I won't mention his name, I respect him. He took me in the classes now, professionally, and I started job. When COVID came, my job has stopped. So that is the time I decided that I want to join microshading. I trained with Vietnamese.
Okay.
And I got certificates, and that is how I started my job. Yeah.
How long does the certification process go for before you get the certificate?
Well, to me, I took 6 months, but for the people, normally people take 2 weeks.
Oh, it depends. Oh, you took 6 months, but
see, in 4 days, you can be able to work on a client. But to me, that's not what I wanted. I want to be the best in town.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
And if you want to be the best, you need to take too much time, too much skills. So I took 6 months over there. Yes.
Okay. How was your starting point? Did you work under someone first, or did you just start independently?
Definitely, I started under somebody, and all was well till I decided to be my own, so to work on myself.
Yeah. Okay, so you were employed at first, and then you reached over to employing yourself right now. So what are the challenges you faced as a first-time business owner that time?
This is what I always tell people. First challenge is expecting more. You don't have to expect more when you start business, because you'll be disappointed. Secondly, I would say lacking of knowledge about some things. It's a challenge because you'll feel like maybe I need to bring these people, I need to pay this amount of money so that they can work for me. But at the end of the day, the money you're paying them and the value they're bringing, it's not equal.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's a challenge.
That was the challenge. And how did you maneuver around that?
Well, you know, the more you grow, the more you learn from mistake. You have to make mistakes so that you can grow. If you're not ready for the mistake, then you're not ready to grow. You have to make mistakes so that you can grow. Yeah.
Oof, that's quite something. So what was your turning point? What was that time that you knew I have done well in this business?
I would say when I noticed that somebody's going and is calling, hey, can I send you my sister? Can I send you my mother? That's the moment I noticed that something is right somewhere.
Something is right somewhere. When the referrals were coming in.
Definitely, yes.
So when was that time you sparked? When people just started calling you, referring you, someone told me about you?
Well, I would say
2022.
that is the best moment I started seeing good results, yeah.
Which marketing system was the best strategy for you?
I will say when it comes to marketing, a lot of people have wrong information about marketing.
Oh, really?
For sure.
Okay.
You see, marketing, it's not something you'll do today and give you the same day outcome.
Yeah.
It needs time. If you need a good marketing, you need to be a good person. You need to be patient if you want to get a good marketing. So, best marketing is creating Kiki. Kiki na maisha, you see the prank normally I do.
Yeah.
So I do them because I feel like they draw attention. When they draw attention, then somebody will come on my page. They would want to know the reason of behind that.
The Kiki, yeah. I've
Definitely.
seen, yeah.
And the moment the smart people, they will notice and they will come and they will pay. Yes.
So about the Kiki, was it an initial idea or did it just flew naturally?
Normally, I don't like walking the same path with many people.
So you just,
I
it
love
was
being
natural.
unique. I don't like being normal. Being normal is boring.
Normal is quite
It's boring.
Okay. It was an idea, it was a strategy you used.
Definitely.
Okay.
I sat down and I've noticed that, actually I sat down, I saw how there's a time kulikuwa, I don't want to mention people in the names.
Yeah.
There's a people who are they were trying to sell something, but they started using Kiki. They were fighting. There's a man who was fighting over his 2 wives and on social media. So after all that, he engaged in business and the business were picked because he had an attention. But now I didn't want to use
that strategy.
Yes.
Okay.
I had to use something that will draw attention somewhere there, and then the people will come back and check. But hey, what was behind this? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, maybe our viewers don't know what the kind of Kiki and pranks you do on TikTok. So how about you explain to them the initial idea? Many people don't know.
Normally, we do brows normally.
Yeah.
Kama kawaida.
Eyebrows, yeah.
And when we are done with them, it's normal for every client that when you are done with them, you have to apply ink, a little bit ink, so that they look more neat and they look more perfect. There's a way we have to apply that ink. It's a part of the process. But now I sat down and thought of what if I tell a client that I'm done with the brows. Because when you apply that ink, it looks bad, very bad.
Yeah.
But you'll wipe it. It doesn't dry. So when I did with the first client, I didn't record, but she gave me the best impression. I didn't tell her that I like it. I like the drama that she caused, but I liked it. And I told myself, what if I recorded this and I posted it? I tried second time and it went viral. So that's the moment I noticed this is the key.
This is the key. So your clients never know that you're about to do that?
They never knew. And at the moment I do it, I will sleep. When it comes around 4 a.m., you'll hear the phone, so many DMs. And then you'll find DMs are there, like how much, you know? Yeah.
So we get to the financial bit of it. So I understand the financial aspect of running a beauty business is something many people don't talk about.
Yeah, sure.
People can see the work, the results, and they don't know the hustle behind starting that business. So how financially demanding is it to set up and start a business?
I feel like, as well as I'm explaining this, I feel like people have wrong information as well on beauty business. Beauty business doesn't want millions to start.
Okay.
Actually, when somebody opens spa or a beauty business and they open a huge thing, I always tell myself that these people doesn't have any information about it.
Really?
If I want to know a person who is passionately in beauty, I see how they open business, the size, and what they normally apply inside the beauty. If you want to open a successful beauty, you have to start a small. I'm not trying to say a tiny something small. I'm talking about a huge.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to open that
So you
huge.
can't risk a big thing and just get into it like that?
It's high to maintain, zero experience, unless maybe you was expanding. But if you're trying to open from scratch, you need a small, something manageable, you can maintain. Hata ukibiwa na wafanyikazi, you know, it happens that you can work with people who are stealing from you.
Yeah.
If they're stealing from you, they won't steal much. You won't feel that much pain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine now you're opening a spa where you need to pay 200,000 a month as rent. That's crazy. You need at least from 45,000, 50,000. I'm talking about figures. If you're talking about figures, you need to pay at least from 50,000 to 75,000 maximum.
That's the startup cost.
The maximum. You need to go there.
Okay.
Actually, if you're smart enough, you can even go down.
Below.
Yes. So now, if you can manage to pay that, you can expand as the business grows. Because beauty business grows with the clients.
Yeah.
If you open today, you'll have 5 clients, or 1, or none.
Yeah, that's true.
The more days are coming, the more you keep it consistency, the more you bring good services and you have good workers, clients will start
to come.
And if they're coming, there's a time you'll see that the space is no longer enough for your clients. Then you'll expand. Yes.
Beyond the startup cost, what are some of the key financial responsibilities you have as a business owner?
As the owner, first thing you need to take care of is rent, products, best products. I always tell business owners that if you're opening beauty, don't buy fake products. Don't buy cheap products because maybe they'll comfort your pocket. Make sure that you spend on products. You see, quality. There's a product that I'll buy. If I put it in my shop, my clients will come only just checking on that product. They will stick over there. And there's a product I'll put in my shop. If a client come and notice that
there's some fakeness to this that you look.
Maybe she might stay and promote you that day, but she might never come back.
Come back.
Yes.
Okay. So quality over quantity.
Matter.
Rather. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So her pricing services in a very competitive market, I assume, it can be challenging. How do you determine the value of your work and set your prices accordingly?
That one, for anybody who understands business, any business, you should not worry about pricing.
What do you mean?
I will say this because you can have the same service with me that maybe you are charging maybe 10,000, I'm charging 20,000.
Yeah.
You're my neighbor. I won't worry. 100% sure is that the way you give the service, it's far different from how I give the service. And most of the time you'll find out that the product that I use to serve my people is far from different from somebody else. So, like for me, the experience that I have is that many clients they come for
the experience
rectifications after they went to the people who are cheaper than us. You see, like for example, if I'm charging 25,000 on micro shading, somebody will go to town, atakuja atakwambia, hey, you know what, we normally get them with 5,000. And I'm like, oh, that's fine, you can go there. But at the end of the day, they'll come back and tell us, hey, they did me that, so now I want you to rectify my address. And when they come for rectifications, we charge actually more than what you were supposed to charge them when they could come afresh. Yeah.
So you just understand the value of your service and then you price it at that.
And
have confidence. So that's how you gauge, you can...
Yes, be confident. Be sure of what you're doing. You are giving the best. You know why you had to set that pricing. Yes.
That's interesting. One of the biggest struggles for service provider is financial management.
Sure.
Balancing earnings with reinvestment into the business, okay? So what financial strategies have helped you maintain and grow your business?
As I said it before, I feel like each and every person has their own way to manage their own financials. For me, the thing that is working for me is locking money on bank account. I use locked account.
Okay.
It serves me, and I feel like it saves me from so many things.
Yeah.
When you're running business or when you are into business, you'll find so many things that need money. And if you're not keen enough, you'll find yourself spending on those things.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you'll find that you have done mistake in spending. So you need to lock some money at the end of the day, so that if you are planning to do something, that money, you shall never be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So beauty keeps changing. The fashion industry, I think beauty is related to fashion, right?
True.
So it keeps changing, I assume. So how do you ensure that you're up to date with the trends? Maybe people will stop doing the microblades or they do it differently. How do you usually stay updated with the trends?
I always tell people, if you're owning a business, you need to be on social media.
Okay.
You need to follow people who are doing the same thing and people who are the best. That means that anything new will come, it will come from those people who are doing the same thing with you. Let's say, for example, maybe there's a new style of blouse is going to come. I will check on those people from maybe Canada, from US, from Australia, from China, from Vietnam, who are doing the same job with me. If there's something new is coming, they will post it. If they post it, I will get it. Yeah.
You get it.
You need to be well updated with social media.
How has the level of engagement translated into business growth for you? How does it turn to conversion? Like we're talking about the digital exposure. You have your clientele. You have a very, very huge following on your TikTok account. So how do you turn that to conversion? You know, a lot of people can ask you how much, what services, and they don't convert to clients. So how do you balance with that?
Well, you see, before I even start beauty, I had social media, and I never thought of using social media the right way to make a living. I feel like it's easy for you to post things that you do. At the end of the day, you'll find people who are interested in what you do, and they will engage. And if you're providing a good services, they'll come.
Convert naturally.
One thing that made me feel like I'm being surprised is that somebody will call you or text you. Actually, I feel like women are sweet human in a weird way. Because she will text you, she doesn't know you. She'll text you, Niadze, where are you? You'll tell her. She'll tell you, I'm booking an appointment tomorrow. She'll come, she'll pay, and she'll be happy. Do you know there's somebody who came from South Sudan just to do brows with me? She said, I love how you prank people, I love how you do things.
Yeah.
I came all the way with my husband, and once you're done, you're going back to Juba. I sat down and I had to ask her, was it only this
specific thing that brought you here?
I was shocked because, you can't convince me that somebody came all the way from Juba just to do micro shading, to support you because you're doing things. Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So I think many people are struggling with marketing digitally.
Sure.
And the converting it's quite difficult. You're trying to maneuver, find the right target audience. What advice would you give to people who are trying to market their business online?
First of all, I will say, as I said, I don't like being like any other people.
Yeah,
I love
unique.
I love being in a unique life. That's why you can see my content. When you search microblading, you'll find different pages. They are posting the same context. I know they're doing a good job. I know they are doing the best, but I'm not sure if they are having that engagement inafaa kwa hapo. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. You need to be different. You need to bring something different. I wanted to post the same, but I had to sit down and see the engagement. And at that time, I decided to be different, the engagement that I had. So one thing I will advise people who normally struggle with marketing online, first of all, they need to be patient. It doesn't come in a day. It needs time. Secondly, they need to listen. Because there's somebody, I will come and tell them, hey, you have to do this and that.
Yeah.
They will start doubting you. They will feel like, this cannot work. This cannot work. You see. But at the end of the day, if you know what you're doing and how you're doing it, you will get the best results. Yeah. So it needs patience. It needs understanding. And it needs creativity.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Would you say your personal character or attributes have affected the business positively? What you stand for, your principles?
I would say yes, because I feel like there's a client who will come and maybe they will be hard on you. And there's somebody who will walk away. They will not serve them. They will say, no, I can't deal with this character. I can deal with any character.
You can deal with any character. That requires a lot of patience.
Definitely.
Yeah,
there's a client who will come there. You're trying to draw their brows because you have to draw with the normal pencil.
Yeah.
They will take the pencil. They tell you, no,
they try to show you.
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
There's somebody who will never tolerate that, and they will walk away. But for me, I'll stay there. I have to listen to my clients.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. So there are many people who are aspiring to get into the beauty industry. What advice would you give them?
First of all, they need discipline. Discipline is important. Secondly is consistency. If you don't have that patient being consistency, you can't make it in beauty industry. Honesty. You need to be honest. When people are telling you, this client is paying, let's say 3,000, you don't have to come and tell people they pay 2,000. Then you're telling the client, give me that 1,000. No.
Yeah. Honest.
Greed. Just loving money too much. I feel like that is the best keys to the beauty
business. Yeah. And always be open to learn, right?
Definitely, yeah.
So as we're coming to the end of this show, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you, Azori, for hosting.
It has been a pleasure.
Maybe
you tell people where they can find you on TikTok or Instagram.
You can find me on TikTok as Big Boy Jesse. Big Boy Jesse, hivyo tu. Big Boy, Jesse.
Okay.
It's just one word.
Yeah. He's mostly famous on TikTok. He pulls a lot of pranks. Be sure to check him out. Also on Instagram, right?
Sure. Instagram is jesse_.tino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you as
well. And as we wind up, thank you for tuning in. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and stay inspired. Till next time.
Thank you.